All right. Hi. All right. Oh my goodness. You can hear my. Oh my goodness. You can hear my. Sorry. You could hear the iPad. Happy St. Patrick's Day to everybody. How are you guys doing? Hi Molly. Hey Alyssa, Ronya. How are you guys? Also hello to Facebook and YouTube. I hope that you guys are doing well. And hello peeps, it's me, the redhead. Oh Molly, I didn't know you were a redhead. So this is gonna be a bit of a longer live stream just because but there's gonna be a lot of waiting. And I kind of have my ingredients. I'm skeptical. I'm following a recipe. It's from sugarfreemom.com, which I've never used any of her recipes before. So I don't know how it's gonna be. It's been a long time since you've seen me, Molly. Aw, I'm glad you're here. I'm glad that you guys are still watching, even though this is not Animal Crossing. So, so this recipe calls for 6 cups of water. So I'm just gonna take out my measuring cups, and we'll put some water in there. Okay. Hi, Allison. Let's go through the ingredients. I wish I had thrown up an ingredient list on the stream somewhere. I have to think about doing that next time. Hey Camila, how are you? I don't know why. By the way, if you guys are here from Facebook, drop a hi, hello in the chat. You guys probably aren't seeing anybody comment on the actual Facebook post, but that's because we have people from YouTube and Facebook here. Look on your screen, you can see the chat from everybody. And fingers crossed that it stays connected. I don't know, Facebook might give me a little bit of a hard time because we're doing a multi-stream. Oh, I'm great, Camila. How are you guys doing today? How are you guys doing? So I'm gonna go through the ingredients. And I have here with me, can you guys see in the description the recipe? I think you guys can see it, but I'm gonna go through the ingredients anyways, and we'll do that. So I haven't really prepped anything, so I don't know how long this live is gonna be. We're gonna definitely do a lot of chatting. Oh, I'm on the big screen with your sister. Is your sister visiting you today, or are you visiting your sister? Okay, so we're gonna get some water. Trying to think, should I use? I'm not gonna use our filtered water. I'm just gonna grab some water from the sink, and I'll be right back. Okay, there's 4 cups. You forgot to celebrate your dog's birthday yesterday? Oh, wait, you were there the whole time and you didn't celebrate your dog's birthday. Did you guys get puppuccinos and stuff? Did you guys get puppuccinos? I don't know if I can see anybody commenting on Facebook. So I'm sorry, Facebook people, if you're commenting and I don't see your comments. That is not my intention. Okay, so that's 4 cups. And let me get 2 more cups. Did you guys wear green today? Oh, thank you. I was like, should I wear? I actually have quite a bit of green, and I was wondering if I should wear a dark olive cardigan or if I should wear this bright green shirt that I have. And I was like, okay, let's do it. Let's mash the cabbage. What do I need? What else do I need? So I have my water, and Let's see. So we have 6 cups of water, and this recipe calls for 4 pounds of corned beef brisket. And I just randomly picked this up. I was like, you know what? I'll make corned beef tomorrow. So this is almost 3 pounds of corned beef rounds. So who knows if this is going to be a win or a fail. Hi, bonjour Genevieve. How are you? Oh wait, if you're a redhead, you don't have to wear green on St. Patrick's Day. Is that what it is? So then we have our peppercorns, black peppercorns. I have, the recipe calls for 6 cloves of garlic, so I went in ahead and almost doubled it. We're at 7 cloves of garlic. And then we have a cabbage, and then an onion, and then this recipe also calls for carrots and celery stalks, which I didn't get any celery stalks, and then carrots aren't super keto friendly. I'm leaning more towards keto than low carb, so that's why I'm omitting them from this recipe. So, let me drink some water. How are you guys doing? I hope you guys are doing well. You forgot it was St. Patrick's Day? Oh no, Camila, you're gonna get pinched by the fairies. Okay, why do I feel like I can't think straight today? Oh, Molly switched her account. Hi, Deidre, how are you? Sorry, Deidre, you're watching on Facebook, and I'm sorry if there's an issue with the playback there. Let me know if it's still going. And I think it is. Nope, it's perfect. Okay, so let's get our knife. Let's prep our ingredients, and then I'll get started cooking. So if you can see on my other camera on the top right of your screen, I'm gonna be using my Instant Pot to cook. So you're gonna see the inside of that, I think. I don't know. I have no clue what I'm doing. I really have no clue. So I hope you guys don't think that I'm like this put together person, because I'm not. Okay, let's just do the garlic. And if this is gonna be cooking, I'm not gonna mince this. I'm just gonna peel it. Because I'm cooking it in the Instant Pot, if that makes sense. I don't know. I don't think I wanna mince it. Can you guys see? You know what? You can't. Let me switch it so you guys can get a close-up of, not the lid, I'm sorry, not the lid. Here. Of the chopping board. Can you guys see the chopping board? What happened? Is it working? Okay. I'm so scared. This is so weird to live stream using Streamlabs in your kitchen, because the setup is weird. Filming this probably would be a lot easier, but I don't like to edit videos. I'm probably sitting on like 8 to 10 different YouTube videos somewhere in the hard drive, and oh, the other screen went black. Why did the other screen go black? Oh, it's because, give me a second and I'll fix this. Oh, haven't figured out how to fix that. There we go. There's a whole other issue with that. I feel like what I'm gonna have to do is get a different camera to use, because it's only this camera that has issues with the, so what it does, it's auto shut off display, and I can turn it to off, but the display part, the longest it'll let me go is 30 minutes. So there's only, so every 30 minutes or less, the screen is going to go black. So you guys are just gonna have to let me know if it happens. Cheese? Okay, I have a question for you guys. When you guys were in school, in elementary school, was there ever a time that you, what is going on? Was there ever a time, hey Casey, welcome to the stream. Was there ever a time that your teachers played the leprechaun prank on you? Yes or no? Yes or no? Do 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 do. You know what I'm thinking? What songs I've been listening to? The Wiggles. Toot toot chugga chugga big red car. Hey Holly. No, your teachers didn't. Molly, your teachers didn't either. How about anybody on Facebook? Anybody on Facebook? No? You know what I should do is I should have the Facebook app open. Travel far. Let me see something. Do I even have, I don't have Facebook on here. Well, whoops. Hey, Juliet, how are you? Okay, there's our garlic. Let me throw this away in the trash can, and then let me rinse my hands. Boop, boop. How's the music? Do you guys like the music? Do I need to pick a more upbeat playlist? Oh, I'm great. Oh, your teacher tied all the chairs together? What grade was that, Allison? Okay, for me, the I think it was kindergarten. And I don't know why this is a memory that I have kept. Let me see. Sliced. Okay. I don't know why this is a memory that I've kept, but so we went to the playground. This is, remember, this is kindergarten. We went to the playground, we came back in, and all the chairs and the desks were tied together in the middle. And everyone was like, oh my gosh, what happened? And we were freaking out. Everybody was laughing. And I was in PM kindergarten. And I just remember that, so vividly. I can remember what, I think I was in the middle of the line coming back from recess. And I don't know, I just remember walking in and seeing it and gasping, and everybody was laughing. And our kindergarten teacher, Miss Bowicher, was telling everybody to sit on the carpet. Why did your teachers? Oh, it's because of the leprechauns, Molly. Okay, I'm trying to peel the skin off the onion because we don't want to waste any onion. Okay. Something that before I grew out my nails, I probably never would have been able to do. And this is probably not the most efficient way to do this. If a trained chef was watching me, they would be like, what in the world are you doing? But I like cooking. I like chatting with you guys. So I'm going to take my time. And I'm going to enjoy this. Do the onions make me cry? Actually, no. Because I don't know if it's because I have glasses or what, but onions don't make me cry anymore. But also, I keep our onions refrigerated. I don't know if that has anything to do with it. But onions haven't made me really cry in a long time. Maybe it's like the more onions you cut, the less you cry. Because I remember when I was a teenager, onions used to make me cry all the time. You're insanely tall, Molly? Nice. I'm not tall. Do you guys know how tall I am? Everybody on Facebook is probably... Hey guys, YouTube, you know what? YouTube, say hi to Facebook. Everybody on Facebook is probably like, what is going on? Okay, I'm almost done. I'm almost done, I promise. That's a trick question. It's not a trick question. That's right. Deidre knows. Yes, Deidre. I am under 5 feet tall. I am, on a good day now, on a good day, I'm 4'11", on a good day. On a not so good day, probably between 4'10" and a half and 11. 4'11". I don't know how I look on camera. Oh, I'm short and you are shorter than me. Okay, I think my Facebook friends have an advantage because they know me. Can you guys see the onions? Oh, goodness. What size shoe do I wear? That's another good question. Do you want to know what size shoe I wear in kids or in women's? You know what I'm going to miss when we move? I'm going to miss this setup. I haven't done this setup long, but Jess, I'm the same height as your mom. So imagine if you guys met me in person, you guys are going to definitely be using me as a armrest, which is what most tall people do when they're around me. Not tall, but average size people, because I'm not an average size person. You're a woman 6. I always say I'm vertically challenged. How are you doing, Deidre? How are your boys? You're hungry looking at this, Chazelle? You're hungry looking at garlic and onions? Gosh, garlic and onions, the smell of garlic and onions is just so nostalgic to me. It just like, you know, classic Filipino sense. You're almost as tall as me, Camila. You're almost as tall as me. And you're way younger than me. You haven't eaten today, Chazelle. Are you fasting? Okay. So there's that. Now I need to cut my cabbage. Let me grab a... Oi! Sorry. Did that scare you? If you weren't awake, you should be awake now. Okay, let me just grab this tray so I can put my stuff on it. Hang on, I'm gonna see, where is my mother? Molly, don't bother your mother. Okay. Don't bother your mother. Boys are okay. Remote learning has been so hard. They are hybrid schedule now for 2 weeks. Are you guys having to go? How do you feel about that, Deidre? Were you able to attend any parent meetings and things like that to vote on whether or not you wanted your kids to go back in? Oh, sorry, I forgot about my shoe size. So in kids, I'm a size 3.5, and then in women's, I'm a size 5.5. But when I with like boots and winter boots, I size up to a size 6. So I'm just gonna go and give this cabbage a rinse and take off the outer layer, and I'll be right back. Okay. There we go. So, probably should be using a bigger knife than what I'm using, but it's cabbage. How hard can it be to... We can share shoes. Okay. My kids needed to go. I was very vocal about it and participated. Ah, CPS. That's good. Deidre, are you still working where you're working? Because, you know, we're on the internet, so I'm not going to say where you were working last. I'm not going to say where. I don't want to say that out loud. Toot toot chugga chugga big red car. We'll travel here and we'll travel far. What do you guys want to talk about today? You know, yesterday we were pretty inspirational. I feel like we were pretty motivational. Ah. Okay, we're just doing wedges, okay? We're just doing little wedges. Travel here and we'll travel. And this is not, oh, you know what I should have done? I shouldn't have prepped my cabbage. I should have put the meat in already. Okay. So, I'm gonna cut this down in half because I don't like big cabbage chunks. Oh, you watched yesterday's stream? Did you enjoy it? Deidre, you're in the hospital. What happened? I hope you're all right. Sending lots of love your way. I'm outside and the blue house's cat is here. And Molly, that's a little, I'm concerned for you. I'm concerned for you. That cat has taken a liking to you. Okay, so we are done chopping. Now, what we are going to do, and you should see here on the screen, I'm just gonna pull up the, can you guys see? Okay, you guys can see inside of it. So, I'm gonna put my meat on a trivet. It's on a trivet. You guys can see this is the trivet, so that it's easier to pull out. I'll put this in here like that, and then what I'm going to do, because my brisket has been brined already, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this over to the sink and rinse it, and then I'll put it back into the pot. Okay, so give me like 5 seconds. I'll also grab a plate to put this in. Have you guys ever had corned beef and cabbage? I don't know if you guys can hear me, but I'm yelling. But I want to know if you guys have ever had corned beef and cabbage. And the reason why I'm rinsing off the brine is because I don't want it to be super salty. Now some people would, this recipe says, oh sorry I'm talking and I don't know if you guys can hear me. Okay, so wow, look at that. Yummy, Genevieve. Okay, so, hey Mel. So here we go. So we're gonna put in our beef brisket, and I'm gonna use tongs to put this into my pot. Okay, And now what we're gonna do is we're gonna take some water and we're gonna put this in here. And we wanna basically almost cover it. There's some water. That's perfect. That's probably about like an inch away from the top. You hate boiled cabbage though? I love corned beef and cabbage. Okay, but the way, I've never had it this way before. So the way that I've had corned beef and cabbage is that I would take canned corned beef, the Martin Pure Foods, which is like a Filipino brand, and I would cook that with garlic and onion, and then I would add the cabbage in, like sliced cabbage, and put a little bit of water and then steam it. So it takes me like less than 15 minutes to make, and so I'm really excited to try it because I've never made corned beef and cabbage this way. I've had corned beef that's been cooked this way, but never made it myself. So this is really exciting. By the way, Facebook, I'm sorry, I can't see your comments. You had surgery. I saw your healthy lifestyle changes and I need to do that. Oh, Deidre. Well, if you need a support buddy, I'm here. You had surgery yesterday and have a few more nights here. Okay, good. I'm glad. You always cooked in your crock pot, so tasty. Oh, okay. So we've done that. Now we're gonna add in 2 teaspoons. Here's my teaspoon. And we're gonna add in 2 teaspoons of black peppercorns. 2 teaspoons, 1 and 2, and 2 teaspoons of dried mustard. I'm not doing exact measurements because I do have a split screen, but what I'm doing, Camila, is I have the recipe open and I don't have Facebook downloaded to my iPad. So I don't know. Is it possible to do a split screen with 3 apps? And then we're gonna add in, let me just double check that I'm adding in my onions and carrots. Not my onions and carrots, my onions and garlic now. Oh no, I'm not. Okay, so I'm gonna cook this. So I'm gonna cover this now with an Instant Pot. And I wanna make sure that it's on. It's making a noise. Okay. It's on sealing. Okay, I feel like this is right. Okay, so we're gonna turn it on to meat stew, and it's gonna be on high pressure. Oh, we just make sure it's on high pressure level, high pressure, and we're going to start. Oh, it's on. Okay, it's on. And what we're gonna wait for is basically for this to drop. So then we know it's sealed. If that makes sense, I think. I'm pretty sure. I haven't cooked with my Instant Pot in a long time. And we'll know, so this'll, I don't know, I don't think this will drop, but this is gonna go to the top, if that makes sense. Okay, so that's basically it. It's been over a year, so we could, oh! It's been way over a year. Is that, am I considered, would I be considered a client? Really? Interesting. Okay, so while we're doing that, I guess, do you guys want to chat for a little bit? Let me go and bring my iPad over here. And we're going to keep that there, but we're going to switch the camera to this one. Okay. I'm going to switch the camera to this one. And then what I'm going to do, it's a little bit the camera, it's gone. Sorry, guys. Okay. Sorry, give me a second. My camera is gone. What's going on? Come on, camera. Give me a second, guys. Give me a second. Why is this not working? Okay. Oh, it's not on. Is it on? Give me a second. Technical difficulties. Okay, let me put on be right back. Okay, be right back. 5 minutes. Wait, I'm just kidding. I can't do a BRB screen because I need to do this. What is going on? Please. Turn back on. I see you. You're right there. Please turn back on. Not right now. I really need you to work. Okay. Come on, please work. Please work. Ah! Oh, you can see me. Okay, it's working. I'm sorry. Okay. We're back. And now I am sitting. And we're going to chat for God knows how long. Oh, you can't see anything, Deirdre? Well. Is that what lives behind the trash can? Maybe. Wait, let me put on so I can. I need to fix this, guys, because this is gonna bother me. Am I in focus? Am I in focus? Okay, I think I'm in focus. I'm gonna turn that off now. No, I'm not. And that is a what is behind the trash can. It is. Okay, are you guys ready to talk now? I don't know why. I was running. I was like, oh my god, I gotta move this. They're gonna see it. And then you guys saw me running. So that was probably more embarrassing than if I had left the cabinet door open. All blurred vision. So, I'm supposed to be at a training, but I know that I wouldn't have had time to do a Facebook Live afterwards, or it would have been really late, so I chose to do it now, and I'll just watch the training again later. But how is everyone today? How are you guys doing? You want to see the... Why do you want to see the... I don't use it that often, because my cats like to chew on it. Why do you want to see my list? You know what I use more? I use my Dyson vacuum. That's what it is. I'm sorry. Oh my gosh. My cat Rue, he enjoys it so much. Okay, let me just, you know what I should do? That's a Filipino broom is what it is, Mel. Okay? It is a broom that us Filipinos have in our houses. And if you are a Filipino and you have a Thunderbolt in your house, let me know. We're still waiting for it to be pressurized. I feel like we're gonna be on here for a long time. What can I do? Gotta stay true. It should take, that's a good question. It should take, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna cover and set on meat stew for 60 minutes. And then I'm gonna hit cancel and then use the natural release method for another 20 minutes. And then I'm gonna take the cover off. I'm gonna take the brisket out, and then I'm gonna I'm gonna put it on keep warm. And I'm gonna add the garlic, the onion, and the cabbage to the pot and press soup setting for 15 minutes. Cover it back up and then do it for 15 minutes, and then I'm gonna uncover and put the beef back into the pot. Molly, I don't have access to like my phone or anything, so I'll have to check that after stream. Today was good. We took the dogs to Petco and made pigs. Oh my goodness. I haven't made pigs in a blanket in so long. I actually made keto pigs in a blanket one time. I might have to do that again. Am I going to update Animal Crossing today? I think so. It depends on what I'm going to do after the stream. I'm probably not going to update it today. Today's Wednesday. I'm going to play Animal Crossing tomorrow and stream that. And we'll... I don't know what we're gonna do. But yeah. Oh, I know that is a lot of steps, Deidre. So we're moving to Highwood. Do you know where Highwood is? So we're moving from Vernon Hills to Highwood. And I'm really excited to move there because there are a lot of restaurants in walking distance of where we're gonna live. And I'm so excited. So I'm going to be doing like a video series on it because there are some things that I want to upgrade and kind of do it myself because our landlords said that we can do basically anything we want to the property. So why can't I see this? Okay, I don't know why it's not. But yeah, there's that, and then I'm also going to be getting a big box of my PTKs, and I'm going to be able to start sending out trials very shortly. So I'll open that box on stream on Friday, which is going to be really fun. You're going to Lakeland. Where is Lakeland? That's in California, right? But you know what I was listening to? What was I listening to earlier? I was listening to this personal development podcast, and it was kind of about finance. But the very first step, what do you mean? What's going on? Molly, what do you mean what's going on? Is something wrong with the live stream? I don't know if I can see the comments on the stream now. Am I still doing the same thing? How is school? I finished all the classes that I needed to take. The rest of the stuff that I would need to do is a lot of like student teaching, which I decided against doing. So I'm still nannying, and I have now 3 nanny children. And yeah, I just started up my, Lakeland is in Florida. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I think it's because Molly is outside. I don't know. But yeah, what was I doing? I was listening to a personal development podcast. And it was just like really, I'm trying to see if one of my favorite books is over there. I don't think it is. I was taking classes to finish my childhood education degree, but I stopped. So I don't know. I'm still waiting for this dinner. It would be cool if I was playing some Animal Crossing, but it's a weird setup here. I would basically have to set up my whole thing here. And if I was doing a Facebook Live, what I'd probably do is end it here. This is probably not a good keto kitchen because there's a lot of waiting involved. But yeah, I don't know. I'm just really excited. There's so many things that I'm excited for and so many things that I want to do. I do really need to sit down because it's been a little while since I sat down and kind of reprioritized and planned out my day more. What about you guys? Do you guys plan your day or no? Or do you guys wake up and have things on your list that you want to do, and do you do them? No, Molly, the new Animal Crossing update is tonight. It's tonight at 8 p.m. Oh, yeah, sure, Deidre. I can explain keto. So keto, it is basically eating low carb, moderate protein, and high fat. Now, I'm not... Another variation of it is kind of called dirty keto, but it's basically low carb. And what happens with keto and low carb is you're basically cutting out a lot of refined sugars and refined carbs from your diet. So things like pasta, things like bread, and why am I blanking? Lots of snack foods and things like that. And you want to try and keep your carbs to about 30 grams and under per day. And and then you want to make sure you're getting a lot of, so it's high fat. So you want to make sure you're getting in a lot of good fats. So things like avocado oil, avocados, making sure you have good butter, so things like Kerrygold. Pasta is not low carb. Pasta is high carb. Oh, you're welcome, Genevieve. Goodbye. My day is planned for me because my daughter's in online school for this year. 8:32 in Florida. So it's going to be at 9 p.m. in Florida. Oh, you guys have spring break. My nanny kid, the oldest one, has spring break next week. And I was just like, oh my gosh, I have so many activities that I need to plan. Or things at least that I'm ready that I can just pull out. Oh, there we go. It's almost there. Can you guys see that? It's steaming. Oh, hi! Hey, Josh, how are you? And then, okay, I kind of cut off in keto. So yeah, making sure you have high fats, high amount of fat, but also good fats. And oh my goodness, Josh, I've been great. Long time no see. What have you been up to? I think it's your Wi-Fi, Molly. Because there shouldn't be any lag, and the reason why is because I am hardwired to my internet. And yeah, so for me, I'm drinking my PTKs. Oh, there we go. It's on now. Has it? So it's pressurized. The Instant Pot has pressurized. And I'm trying to see where the if the timer is gonna start, because I don't see the timer has started yet. It's still on. And it's been I feel so it's been about 3 weeks that I've been eating. I'm gonna set just to err on the side of caution and what do you call this? Accountability. I've been eating keto Monday through Friday, and then on Saturday, either Saturday or Sunday, one of those days, I'll make myself a fruit smoothie. And that's okay with me because, like I said, keto is making sure, keto basically, you want to make sure you're cutting out a lot of your refined carbs. Now, the carbs in fruits, I feel like, for me personally, I think are okay, especially in the way that I'm eating. And plus, I miss fruit. I miss fruit during the week. Like having, I mean, you can have strawberries and blueberries in moderation on keto. Like any berries are keto friendly. But for when I make my smoothies, I put some orange juice in there. Now, orange juice is not low carb. Yeah, Instant Pots are great. Hey, Aurelia. And yeah, so I don't know, Deidre, if that answered your question or not. If you want to talk to me about it, like we can message back and forth. But yeah, so that's that. I've been doing keto. And trying to move more. I haven't been using my Ring Fit, but on the weekends, no, and I have been kind of going out and taking walks, like at the nature preserves around our house, and also just like spending more time with each other. And yeah. Are you guys excited for the update for Animal Crossing? What are you guys most excited for? What items? Are you guys excited for the design slots? I'm sure it's the design slots. I just realized that I'm sitting very... Am I in focus? The design slots? There we go. Now it's fully pressurized. So now we have a whole hour. Should I go and grab my Switch? I just need a breather. I wonder if my mods are gonna say anything. I just need a breather, okay, mods? Don't come at me. Ooh, and the new app lets you redeem points for stuff. Like what kind of stuff? I didn't watch the update. Did you guys see the photo standee though? That's pretty cool. You could actually make an aquarium, you know? like in the museums and aquariums, you could make a photo standee of a shark or a dolphin or a penguin. Or a penguin. What have you guys been building on Animal Crossing? Is the poster that... Oh, the poster that's in the airport? What? Really? Also, did my Facebook stop? I don't know if I can see any comments from Facebook anymore. What is the phone app called? Nintendo Switch Online? Is that what you're talking about? You know what I should do? Let me download on the App Store. I'm going to download Facebook. I think that Noah probably uses this iPad more than I do. Okay, I'm downloading Facebook and I'm downloading Messenger. There we go. And I guess I need to update Instagram. I've been working on a land bridge. Oh, that's cool. A dig site. That's pretty cool. And what else? Oh, I just realized that I can look at the stream from here. You can't get the app. Oh, is it not in your country, Karina? Ooh, shopping plaza and market. So, trying to think. So on what other things do you want to build on your island? So when I think of shopping plaza and market, I think of other shops. So I think of like a plant shop. I think of a laundromat. I think of dry cleaning, or even like a like restaurant or cafe kind of thing. That's what I would probably group by the plaza, the shopping plaza and market. And then going farther away from that, maybe like, I don't know if you have a road, but kind of like maybe a park with some ponds and a picnic spot. Ooh, a pottery studio. That's pretty cool. Camila, I've seen a lot of really good ones. By the way, people on Facebook, we are talking about Animal Crossing. I don't know if any of my Facebook friends play Animal Crossing. Oh, I have to log in. No! Okay, give me a second. I'm gonna log in on Facebook. We have a whole hour. What do you guys want to do for the next hour? Why did I put Noah's last name instead of at Gmail? Do 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 do. Do 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 do. A toot toot chugga chugga. Big red car. Travel here, travel. Do you guys want me to do? What do you guys want me to do? Do you guys want me to end the stream and come back and get on here, or what? Because an hour, I feel like, is a long time. Unless you guys are okay with just chatting and not seeing me do anything. I don't know why. I just like feel like I don't want you guys to get bored. I mean, I'm comfortable being here and chatting. I don't want to bore you guys. I don't want to be boring. I'm trying to think. If I were to bring my Switch out here, I'd have to go and grab the dock, which I have a dock here, and also the game capture. I don't know, it's a lot of work. Probably not. We can chat. I want to hear about you guys and your goals. What goals do you guys have that you're working towards? You like chatting? Allison, you're watching me on Facebook? Oh my gosh. Are we Facebook friends, Allison? Oh, you guys want to do a Q&A? Okay, let's do a Q&A. Let's do a Q&A and let's put me in focus. Let me just put this in focus. Let me stay far over here. Okay? Okay, there we go. No, it should be on manual. What? I can't tell if it's on autofocus or manual. Nope. Both. Oh, Allison's my person. Okay. Oh, first vacation after Corona. I will have to say that it's either going home to see family in Virginia or family coming to see us. Oh, what happened, Molly? What happened? Favorite video game I've ever played? Oh, that's easy. Okay. Animal Crossing, and then a close second, which is a game you probably don't know, is Virtual Villagers. Have you guys ever heard of Virtual Villagers? I don't know why I love that game so much. I just think it's so funny. There's this feature in the game where you go and drag one of your male villagers with a female villager, and you try and get them to to procreate. Oh, hi, Sandra. First video game I played would have to be on the PlayStation, and it was Crash Bash. I don't know if you guys know about Crash Bash. I don't know, it's just so funny, and sometimes they like each other and sometimes they don't. But it's really cute. You guys should look at it. It's not a bad game, okay? It's not a bad game. It's actually really cute. Oh my gosh. Holly, I don't like it because of that feature. There's just like a lot. It's a puzzle game, and I like puzzles. You guys can actually get it on your phone. Get it on your phone and play it. You guys know what we should do? Is we should do a playthrough of Virtual Villagers. Wouldn't that be so funny? Sure, and I never put a sim on a bear skinner. It's just so funny. It's a really good puzzle game. If you guys want to like have a puzzle game, that's pretty cool. Watch that. I mean, not watch that. Play that game. What else? What other question? What did Sandra ask me? Sandra asked me first game I ever played. So Sandra, I really like Crash Bash, and I wish they would bring it back. There was this Ice Bear game, or this mini game. It's kind of like Crash Bandicoot meets Mario Party mini games. And then one of the games is I remember all the games so clearly. It is... What is this? Let me see this. Why can't I see this? There's Virtual Villagers Origins and Virtual Villagers. Both of them are really good. Try the first one first. Okay, we have 49 minutes. What do you call this? What am I saying? What was I saying? So there's this iceberg, and then everyone is riding a polar bear, and the iceberg is like tipping around, and your goal is to be the last one standing on the iceberg because your polar bear can slip off, and people are pushing you also, which is really funny. And I miss that game. I miss that game so much, and I wish they would bring it back. I would honestly rather play Crash Bash than play Crash Bandicoot Racing, if that makes sense. Does anyone have any other questions? Wait, I asked you guys what your goals were and nobody answered. Do you guys not have any goals? Huh? It's like primitive Fall Guys. Yes, kind of. Just that minigame. Just that minigame. Yeah. Man, it's been so long since I played Fall Guys. Holy moly. What's a food I could never get tired of? Corned beef and cabbage. Like the Filipino version of corned beef and cabbage. What should I do for my spring break? Ooh, you know what you should do is go to Joshua Tree with Andre. Oh, maintain your GPA. That's a really good goal. You're almost there, aren't you? You're graduating. When are you You're graduating this semester, right? By the way, people on Facebook, I'm not talking to myself. I'm also streaming this to YouTube. So if you look at the screen, I know it's kind of tiny, and I'll have to figure out a different way to do chat so people can see it. People on YouTube are chatting with me. So if you look on your screen, you'll be able to see what the people of YouTube are saying. Oh, yay, congrats, Allison. All your hard work is going to pay off. My goal is to... Oh, yes, Holly, I remember. It's just not edited yet. I'm already writing the second, though. My friend will edit them. What? So you're going to release your first book and the sequel? You're not going to release them at the same time, are you? How close would you say you are to that, Holly? Man. Why do I feel like 46? I mean, I have this fear in my head that you guys are going to think that I'm boring. But also that there's probably other things that I should be doing right now. Yeah, congrats, Holly. I guess I should read the YouTube comments out loud and then people on Facebook can hear it. Camila said her goal is to get back into painting and she misses doing it, and I highly encourage you to do that. What's holding you back from getting back into painting, Camila? Allison asked me if I would ever get a dog, and my answer is probably no. Let me show you my cat, what my cat is doing, and he is just laying there and enjoying life. Kinga, look at me. Give me a second, I'm trying to focus. We're gonna make it a cat cam, how about that? If I can fix this. Why won't it let me? Oh, because of this. There. Oh, that says hot. That says. Oh. Sorry. I have no clue what I'm doing with this camera. And we're just gonna turn. We're just gonna turn it back this way, and now it's at an angle. And you guys wonder why things look the way they is it straight? Is it straight? Okay. School. I haven't had any time to paint. Well, I'm proud of you for focusing on school. But you're gonna have spring break soon. You said your spring break is April 2nd, so that's not too far off. Maybe you can go and grab the things that you need to. I mean, I'm sure you have everything that you need to start painting, but that would be so cool. If you got back into painting, then. My goal is to retire from the military, Sandra, and do my arts and crafts. I want to start in a pottery studio. Wow! First off, I want to say thank you for serving our country. What branch are you in? My dad, I'm a military brat, or a lot of my family is actually in the Navy. But we also have family friends who are in the Army and the Air Force, and I know some people who are in the Marines. So thank you. And that's also so cool. I think the goal of, I think that's something that everyone, kind of a message to everybody, I guess, is that it's not ever too late to get out there and really do your dream job or do whatever it is. Like, I promise you're gonna feel so much more fulfilled and so much happier going after your dreams than you are like stuck where you are and not. I don't know if that makes sense. I don't know. Whatever. Just like the point is, like, go out there and ask yourself if what you're doing right now or what path you're on is really the path you want to be on for yourself, okay? With my daughter at home, it's hard to say. She comes first, and since she's in online school, she needs my help Monday to Friday. Friend's son will also be in school next year, so we'll both have time. Oh, that's awesome. So next year, Holly, I hope I get a signed copy. Your sister said her goal is to grow her booty. Should we go do those squats, girl, and those glute bridges. You're welcome. Army for 23 years. Wow, 23 years? So you're either, how soon are you retiring? Are you going for 25? 40. I'm counting down. Do you guys, what if we started doing a read aloud while we're waiting for it to cook? What if we started reading one of my favorite self-development books out loud together? Do you guys want to do that? I don't know if that would be weird. The self-development book that changed my life. What if I read to you guys? I will wait for my daughter to graduate from high school. 3 more years. Oh, that's not too much longer. That's so good. I hope that you're not gonna get you're not gonna PCS anywhere, are you? Or are you just gonna stay in that place? Story time? Yes, read. You guys want me to read it? So the book is What to Say When You Talk to Yourself. And it can be a little cheesy, but this, I swear to you, this is the book that changed the trajectory of my life, and like why I am so happy, and why I, for me, in my eyes, am successful, and why I am just like the way I am about, especially sharing my story, and the way that I talk, and the way that I look at things that are happening in my life, and this will be really fun. I think this will be good, and that way it's not like 40 minutes of me just talking about random things to you guys. So let me go grab that book. And also, if you guys want to read this book, there is a free PDF version of it. All you have to do is go to Google, and I'll share the title with you again, and search free PDF, and you guys can read it too for yourself. So let me go grab it. I realized I should have put away my be right back screen. All right. So we have 38 minutes left on the Instant Pot for the first one. Okay, so this is the book. Do you guys see it? What to say when you talk to yourself. Okay. Hello, everybody on Facebook. Welcome to the stream. We're going to do a little read along since I have 30 minutes of the rest of the food to cook, so I thought I might as well just stay on here. So this is the updated edition. Like I said, you can find a copy of this book for free on Google. Just search the title again, What to Say When You Talk to Yourself by Shad Helmstetter on Google, and search free PDF, and you guys will see it. Hey, Javier. Are you working? Thanks for hopping on. So are you guys ready? Are you guys ready for me to read to you? If you guys are ready to read, oh, this would be a fun a fun live, just like a personal development reading type thing. We could do this again tomorrow. But if you guys are ready, drop me a thumbs up in the comments. Get yourself some paper. Get yourself a writing utensil. Type it up on your notes. I don't care. You guys are going to have so many little nuggets and pieces of information from this book. And I hope that it sticks with you guys. Because, like I said, this book, changed my life. Okay. So there's an introduction to the updated edition. But I'm not going to read that. This is going to be so... it's becoming a college lecture? No, it's not going to become a college lecture. Only if you want to write notes down and have these little nuggets on your pieces of paper. But if you don't, it's up to you. It's okay. I don't mind. You do what you want to do, okay? I'm just coming up here with the... Do you hear Noah laughing? Babe, why are you doing that? He's laughing at the way that I'm laughing. As long as the exam is open book. We have graduated from Animal Crossing streams to read alouds. Okay. Chapter 1. Looking for a better way. And so there is a quote, and it says, "You are everything that is. Your thoughts, your life, your dreams come true. You are everything you choose to be. You are as unlimited as the endless universe." Now you guys tell me if I'm going too fast or if I'm going too slow. Okay? Life, for most of us, should be pretty good. We have all heard that what life is supposed to offer. Endless opportunities, the fulfillment of our dreams, and a chance to live each day in a way that brings happiness and success. Most of us want and need at least a successful job or career, a good family, and reasonable financial security. We expect that from life. We know deep inside that we deserve our fair share and we have every right to attain it. So the book again is called What to Say When You Talk to Yourself, if someone could type that in too. Have you ever wondered then why things don't work out the way they should? Why do we not get from life many of the things we would like to have and feel we should? Why do some people seem to be lucky while the great majority of the rest of us seem not to be? Why are some people day to day happier, more productive, more fulfilled than others? What makes the difference? Is it kismet, a kind of fate that in some mysterious way charts our destiny and leaves little of the steering of our course through life up to us? Is the control of our lives in our hands, or isn't it? And if we can, or should, control our lives, what goes wrong? What holds us back? If we truly would like to do better, be the way we really would like to be, and be happier and more successful every day in every area of living, what is the wall that stands in our way? Why is this so fun? Why is it so fun to read out loud? Are you guys enjoying this? If you guys are enjoying this, can you guys drop some hearts? Like a whole bunch of hearts, okay? I don't know why I haven't done this sooner. All right, we'll continue. So there's a little header, okay? It says, an unlimited life of practical potential. Imagine living a life that did not give in to the barriers and the battlements, the hassles and the hurdles of everyday living. Imagine a life filled with the vitality of achievement and the enrichment of daily self-fulfillment. To me, for a long time, that kind of life sounded like an impractical dream, a cardboard box filled up with daydreams and wishes. To live a life of hope, promise, expectation, and achievement was to live the life of someone who lived only in the pages of a book. When I was quite young, I had a soaring imagination. Long before I learned what we could not do, I dreamed of doing what I knew we could. I remember, as a young boy, lying on my back in the cool, soft grass late at night, my mind sinking upward into the depths. Into the depths. Why can't I say depths? How do you say it? Depths. Into the depths. Why is it so hard to say that word? Charmaine said I hate that word. Why are you here? Let me say it again. Late. I don't know why. No, I don't know why. Every time you're here, I get so nervous when I'm not playing Animal Crossing and you're watching the stream. I get so nervous. Is it because I look up to you? Okay, let's go back. Into the depths. What word do you guys hate pronouncing? You know what we're gonna do? We're just gonna skip that word. Depths, okay? Of the crystal clear stars that blanketed the summer sky above me. I'm so sorry. Let's get back into it. I'm just gonna cover my face because Charmaine is here and I'm nervous. Aluminium. You mean aluminium, Sandra? Aluminum. I like saying that word actually. That blanketed the summer sky above me. I could reach out and touch those stars. I could imagine any dream and see it come true. It was only later that my dreams gave way to more practical considerations. Star-filled heavens, dew-soaked grass, and princely dreams of imaginary kingdoms bowed to more rational requirements. As I began to pursue my education in earnest, I began to learn what we could not do. In time, I became more intent on studying the laws and the limits of man than on learning the far-reaching extremities of mankind's potential. I learned all of the shoulds, musts, and cannots. I was told that it was bad to have your head in the clouds, and it was good to have your feet on the ground. So I extracted my head from the magical excitement of the universe and got down to business, learning about the more practical matters of survival and acceptance. From time to time, I had the nagging suspicion that there was more to all of this than was meeting the eye. I just couldn't see it yet. It was years before I decided it was time to stop and look at the stars again. But I did. The result of that one small decision changed my direction and my life. That was this book for me. That was this book for me. Self-development. This is the self-improvement seminar while we're cooking and eating better, okay? You can still see the cam of the Instant Pot over there, by the way. By the time I stopped and sank once again, upward into the stars, I had completed a 20-year odyssey that took me from the back roads of a farmland village to the towering offices of New York's Madison Avenue, from a quiet countryside of wheat fields to the negotiating tables of three-piece suited attorneys and well-groomed marketers. My odyssey took me to the snow-covered Midwestern college campuses and to palm-lined streets of Western universities. Somewhere during that time, I began to wonder and dream again, as I had as a young boy years before. What if we could? I wondered. What if we could find what's stopping us and turn it around? What if we could, what if there is an answer? What if there is an answer and no one else has looked in the right place? What if any of us at any time could reach up and touch the stars? I began the first part of my search by studying something called human behavior. That's something you can get a degree in without ever really figuring it out. It is also something that older people seem to know more about than younger people. No matter how many educational degrees my professors could profess, I suspected that some of the silver-haired older people I knew had figured out what human behavior was all about long before we were taught courses in the subject. I next studied something called motivational marketing. That teaches us what makes people do what they do, even when they don't want to do it. When I completed my coursework, it was my final opinion that you can never really get anyone to do anything they don't want to do unless you use force. I decided that in most of the world, force is called advertising. In time, I found, are you guys still awake? If you guys are still awake, can you write the word awake in the comments? In time, I found myself walking the hallways of academic psychology. It is a good field, and it deserves our attention and respect. A lot of people who have lived richer lives because someone who cared took the time to listen. Yet despite all the good people I encountered and the useful information I learned along the way, nowhere in my studies of business, religion, motivation, or psychology had I found a concrete solution to the question of how the average individual could touch all the stars in his or her heaven and still keep both feet on solid ground. Eventually, I recognized that if I was going to find what I was looking for, I would have to set a new course and search in a different direction. To find the specific answer I sought, I would have to embark upon a journey of my own. I knew there had to be a better way, something that was obvious perhaps, something that might have been overlooked. I believe that mastering one's future must surely start with managing one's self. And if we could accomplish that, we could manage and master at least a part of what we call life. As I continued to study the inner workings of the human mind, I decided to look into the brain itself. And it was there that, in time, I found many answers. And one simple, undeniable solution that would shed life-changing new light on why we, as humans, fail to live up to so much of our incredible potential, and what we can finally do to change that. So, what do you guys think of chapter 1? It's kind of intriguing, isn't it? You're kind of being pulled in, but you're not really you haven't really learned anything, but it's a really interesting. It makes you question really what is the difference between people who are happier and more productive and more fulfilled than others. What is the difference? And not to say that this book is going to tell you one of the only reasons why, or the correct answer, but it just makes you wonder. I'm all ears to hear how to unlock my true potential and convince myself to be productive. I love it. Okay, so we're going to chapter 2, the answers. And I think we'll have time to finish chapter 2, and then we'll have time to read a lot. Okay, chapter 2, the answers. There's always an answer, of course. Wait, do you guys have any questions so far? Write down your questions. What questions do you want answered? And maybe along the way, we'll see if there are answers to them. But make time to eat. Oh yeah, I'm gonna make time to eat. So what happens is, once this finishes, so it's in 21 minutes, the meat is gonna be done. What's gonna happen is we're gonna press cancel, and then we'll do another 20 minutes where it's gonna do a natural release. And then I'm gonna take the corned beef out of the Instant Pot and put in I'm gonna take the corn, let me just double check that. Give me a second. I'm gonna take the corned beef out of the Instant Pot and put my vegetables in the Instant Pot and press soup and do that for 15 minutes, and then it will be done. So that's 35, 40 more minutes of us reading and stuff. So I don't know. We're okay. We're good. All right. So chapter 2, the answers. By the way, if you are watching and you're just tuning in, we are reading what to say when you talk to yourself. Okay. There's always an answer, of course. There are countless self-help answers that any of us can find in any bookstore or seminar classroom. If we are to believe what we read on the dust jackets of self-help bestsellers or hear from dynamic speakers on stage, all any of us has to do is read the right book or attend the right program and beginning tomorrow, we will be able to change what we would like to change, live better, and find the achievement each of us is seeking. For many years, I studied the philosophies of success, analyzed the lists of instructions, the how-tos of making more money, being a better manager, setting goals, living with others, managing time, or just generally being more successful. I tried the success techniques for myself and talked to dozens of others from many walks of life who had done the same. I talked at length with many of the leaders of the success industry, corporations whose business it is to teach us to be more successful. I talked to the customers who attended the seminars, bought the books, or listened to the audio tools and watched the videos. I talked to the employees of the companies who were in the business of helping people become successful, to learn if they too applied the principles that their companies promoted, to learn what really worked and what did not. I immersed myself in the world of success, examining every facet of that fascinating field from the inside out. I consulted with the leaders of the industry. I examined their methods, their systems, and their solutions. And in all that time of studying so much of the field of success, I found a consistent promise. The promise of our success, waiting just around the corner. But as I read the books, studied the seminar concepts, and examined the best of the best motivational tools and techniques available, I realized that promise was ultimately unfulfilled. I saw that even the best-selling success solutions were able to create lasting changes in only a handful of the tens of thousands of people who tried them. They would work for a time, and then the average individual would revert to his old ways. Okay, and I'm going to pause here, because how many of you have ever undergone a self-development journey and you've seen results, and then like a few weeks down the road, you're kind of back to the way you were? And that is me. That is me to a T before. And even now, sometimes I'm listening to self-development books or podcasts or things like that, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I need to do that. And I like, oh, I need to do something, and then I end up not doing it. Like, I feel like that's happened to me so many times. And we're gonna get into finding why that is here. After the first excitement of the brand new self-belief wore off, the dreams soon gave way to the realities of everyday living. Have you ever attended a function or a meeting in which someone gave a rousing motivational talk? Have you ever... Yeah, right? And then you feel guilty for not doing so. Exactly. Have you ever read a book that caught your attention as being life-changing, gotten excited and motivated to put the ideas into practice, only to have that book wind up forgotten on a dusty bookshelf next to other great ideas like it? Have you ever been inspired to change, to achieve something important, and then stopped? Where did the inspiration and the motivation go? And why didn't it last? If there are so many answers to our questions about what to do to make life better, why have so many people failed at making these great ideas work? Or if they worked for a time, what makes them stop working? It became obvious to me after all my research that within the information on how to lead a better life, how to find more happiness and personal fulfillment, something vital was missing. It was something so essential, so important to the whole process of achieving success that, without it, the solutions wouldn't work, at least not for any length of time. The problem is not with the books. The problem is not with the seminars or with the motivational talks. There are a lot of personal growth concepts and techniques that are wonderful. They could work, and they should. There has to be a good reason why they help they give us isn't permanent. After studying the success ideas and solutions that could work for us, I began to recognize that there was also something working against us. If you guys are still here, can you drop me your favorite color in the chat, please? Finding a solution that lasts. Hey, Just Cupid, welcome to the stream. I was quite young when I first heard the biblical passage that reads, oh, sorry, I'm still here. Ooh, you like green. Crimson, wow, that's a pretty color. Oh. As a man thinketh, so is he. I recall shaking my head, thinking, that could not be. How could we possibly be what we think? After all, isn't our physical self one thing, and our private thought another? Let me just read this again. I was quite young when I first heard the biblical passage that reads, as a man thinketh, so is he. I recall shaking my head, thinking that could not be. How could we possibly be what we think? After all, isn't our physical self one thing and our private thought another? Little did I, or most of us then, understand that the biblical passage had hit the nail of truth squarely on the head. It would be years later, however, after following the discoveries through which modern-day neuroscientists had begun to unlock the secrets of the human mind, that I would come to know just how correct, how scientifically correct that biblical passage had been. After you examine the philosophies, the theories, and the practice methods of influencing human behavior, you'll find, as I did, that it gets down to the truth of one powerful fact. And if you guys are writing things down, I would suggest you write down this. You will become what you think about most. Let me read that again. You will become what you think about most. Your success or failure in anything, large or small, will depend on your programming, what you accept from others, and what you say when you talk to yourself. What do you guys think? Is that a nugget for you guys? All right. At the time, so we have 12 minutes left on the corned beef. What do you guys think? YouTube? Any thoughts? Any thoughts on that? No? Everyone's like, was that an aha moment, a eureka moment? What do you accept from others? Right. It's not just what to say when you talk to yourself, but also what you accept from others. Interesting. At the time I first recognized that this one simple clue had led to a breakthrough in individual attitude and performance, most of what we thought we understood about the human brain was little more than speculation. Medical researchers and neuroscientists had not yet explored or mapped the mazes of the brain to the extent that they have today. Few of the brain's complex electrochemical mysteries were fully understood. But today, as research continues, the brain is giving up more and more of its secrets. Each day, more progress is made, and researchers have learned to anticipate an unending drama of new discoveries. An understanding of an incredibly important function of our own personal computer, the human brain, is what has been missing from most of our attempts at creating formulas for personal growth. The answer to the problem turned out to be the result of something that had been almost entirely overlooked. We are trying to force the brain to do something that it has not been programmed to do. We want to create success with rules of success. But that's not how the brain works. That's not how the brain is wired. The reason why some people accomplish nearly any task more easily than others, achieve their goals more readily, and live their lives more fully is this. Those who appear to be luckier than the rest of us have actually only gotten better mental programming to begin with, or have learned how to erase their old negative programming and replace it with something better. The light bulb should be going off. In the last few decades, we have learned more about the workings of the human brain than was known throughout all history prior to that time. We now know that by an incredibly complex physiological mechanism, a joint effort of body, brain, and mind, we become the living result of our own thoughts. It is no longer success theory. It is a simple but powerful fact. Neither luck nor desire has the slightest thing to do with it. It makes no difference whether we believe it or not. The brain simply believes what you tell it most. And what you tell it about you, it will create. It has no choice. I gotta go do some studying. Oh, thank you, Camilla, for tuning in. I hope you got something from it. We have about 8 more minutes left on the meat before I have to let it release the pressure naturally for 20 minutes. Are you guys enjoying this? I don't know if I'm even really, I think I'm okay to read this out loud. Okay, no worries. Are you guys enjoying it? Oh my gosh. I love this book so much. I love this book. I don't know if you guys can tell, but I really love this book. Okay. Good, I'm glad. Let me ask you guys this while we're taking a break. What is, okay, and you don't have to share if you don't feel comfortable. What is one of the things that you think about most, or what is something you say most about yourself? I'm curious. For me recently, it's that I'm learning how to take care of my body and also my surroundings. Oh, so your weight. I lost lots of weight some time ago, but I saw myself big and I felt big. I didn't believe. Oh, yeah, Sandra. That's really difficult. What is it? It's not imposter syndrome. It's just like, why am I thinking imposter syndrome? I get distracted too easily and I need to stop gaming so much. Okay. It's hard. It's difficult sometimes. I have to improve my negative thoughts about myself. Yeah. It's kind of that I'm nice, a helper. It's kind of like forces you really to like stop and think, and you haven't, and if you haven't stopped and thought about what things you're telling yourself throughout the day, it's kind of like, dang, why do I talk to myself like that, right? So we'll keep going. I don't know if I'm gonna, there are some parts of this book that I cry a lot because it's like you're really taking the time to think about it, and honestly that's why this book is so impactful to me. Okay, we'll keep going. I just want you guys to take inventory of what you guys said here, okay? Through scientific discovery in the field of neuroscience, research into how the brain works to affect every moment of our day-to-day lives, we have proved the relationship between our own programming, how we are mentally wired, in our success or failure in any endeavor we undertake. From something as important as a lifetime goal to something as small as what we do in a single day. Have you ever considered just how much of what you do, how you act, how successful you are, is dependent on the conditioning, the programming you received from others, and on the conditioning you subsequently accepted, and kept giving yourself? Beep, back it up. Let's read this again. Have you ever considered just how much of what you do, how you act, how successful you are, is dependent on the conditioning, the programming you received from others, and on the conditioning you subsequently accepted and kept giving yourself? I think that's a light bulb moment. Can you guys put a light bulb in the comments? It's virtually impossible for any of us to do anything, no matter how insignificant, without being affected by that programming. Every step you take, move you make, and word you say is affected. Every step you take, every move you make, every word you say, I'll be watching you. All right. Just a little things to lighten up the mood. It is virtually impossible for any of us to do anything. Oh, okay, I already said that. It follows that if every action you take of any kind is affected by prior programming, then the end results of your actions are equally affected. In short, how successful you will be at anything is inexorably tied directly to the words and beliefs about yourself that you have stored in your unconscious minds. And what is stored there for most of us was decided for us by someone else. The human brain, that incredibly powerful personal biochemical computer that each of us has, is capable of doing for you anything reasonable that you'd like it to do. But you have to know how to treat it. You have to know how to wire it in the right way. If you do it right and give it the right directions, it will do the right thing. It will work for you in the right way. Hey, Stargame. Hey, Edward, how are you? If we give our mental computer the wrong directions, it will act on those wrong directions. It will continue to respond to the negative programming that we and the rest of the world have been giving it. We have literally been wiring our brains in the wrong way, physically, without even being aware of it. Now, let me ask you guys this. How often or how many times have you guys ever really stopped to think about what you guys are thinking and the content of your thoughts? While I answer Edward's question about, that's not Edward. Stargamer is not Edward, by the way. I'm doing great, Stargamer. Hi, Cam, how are you? Okay, we have 1 minute, and then I'm gonna press cancel on the Instant Pot, and then we're gonna have another 20 minutes, okay? So we'll wait 20 minutes while it's doing that natural pressure. All right. Several times, and it kind of makes me feel worse, or like I shouldn't think this way. At least you're taking the time to think about it. You know, I always say this, like, taking the time to stop and think about it and kind of like interrupting your habits is always a good place to start. And it's better than if you were to go on doing whatever it is you're currently doing and wondering why you're not at your goal or you're not at where you want to be, because you're interrupting your patterns and you're taking the time to do inventory, which I think is something that a lot of people don't really take the time to do, but want to do it more. Now this book is going to teach us that. I hope you guys get this book. Even if you can't buy this book, this was $16 from Barnes & Noble. You can, like I said, you can get it free on Google. Just read the PDF and print it out. Highlight it, write notes, do everything. So this is a header now. The 148,000 no's. I'll give you. That's so fun, Star Gamer. Congrats. I'll give you an example of some of the negative programming most of us have received. The kind of programming that, along the way, eventually got hardwired into the physical structure of our mental computers. There's a hair on my nose that's tickling me. Oh, yay! That's so good, Sandra! I'm excited for you. I'll give you an example of some of the negative programming that most of us have received. I just realized that the way I'm sitting is not good. Let me fix the way I'm sitting. I'll give you an example of some of the negative programming most of us have received. The kind of programming, this is your posture check if you're sitting down in a way that's not good for you. Posture check, okay? Most of us have received. The kind of programming that, along the way, eventually got hardwired into the physical structure of our mental computers. And those seemingly harmless words build up inside our subconscious minds, word by word, and thought by thought, eventually creating a brick wall of failure we often don't see, much less know how to fix. Here's how it works. During the first 18 years of our lives, if we grew up in fairly average, reasonably positive homes, we were told no on what we could not... What? We were told no on what we could not do or what would not work more than 148,000 times. Wow. If you are more fortunate, you may have been told no only 100,000 times or 50,000 times. This is during the first 18 years of your life. However many, it was considerably more negative programming than any of us needs. Meanwhile, during the same period, the first 18 years of your life, how often do you suppose you were told what you could do or what you could accomplish in life? A few thousand times? A few hundred? During my speaking engagements to audiences across the country, I have had people tell me they could not remember being told what they could accomplish in life more than 3 or 4 times. What do you guys think? Is that true for you? Whatever the number, for most of us, the yeses we received simply didn't balance out the no's. The occasional words of belief were just that, occasional, and they were far outweighed by our daily doses of cannots. This negative programming that we all received and still receive has come to us quite unintentionally. It has come to us from our parents who wanted to protect us. It has come to us from our brothers and sisters, from our teachers, our schoolmates, Our associates at work, oh yes, that's a light bulb. Anytime there's a nugget that you guys hear, feel free to drop a light bulb in the comments. Our associates at work, our life mates, advertising of all kinds, the 6 o'clock news on television, and unlimited posts on the internet. Leading behavioral researchers have told us as much as 77% of everything we think is negative, is counterproductive, and works against us. At the same time, researchers have said that as much as 75% of all illnesses are self-induced. What if the researchers are correct? That means that as much as 77% of or more of our programming is the wrong kind. Until recently, by the way, if you guys are watching, I'm sorry, I'm gonna keep interrupting, but we're reading what to say when you talk to yourself while we're waiting for the corned beef to release pressure. Until recently, no one understood well enough the human mind, how the human brain gets wired and rewired, and that this programming and wiring process goes on throughout our entire lives. What does this mean? It's never too late to change your programming. The result was that without knowing what they were doing, and with us not recognizing the immense effect this casual programming was having on us, without anyone being aware of it, everything and everyone around us has been programming us. Wow, it kind of makes you think if you're a parent or you're a caregiver, how you're affecting the programming of your children or the people who are around you. Not even just your children, but the people who are around you, like your siblings. Like, have you ever contributed to the negative programming of someone else? Isn't that scary? The power of repetition. We're almost done with chapter 2, and I think we're going to end off there because then it'll be about 12 minutes. We can kind of chat and digest everything that we've read so far before dinner is almost ready. Oh my god, it's almost 9. Wow. The power of repetition. Unfortunately, most of the programming we received was the wrong kind of programming, but we took it to heart, and our brains... My ear is itching. Give me a second. Okay. But we took it to heart, and our brains wired in it. Year after year, word by word, our life scripts were etched by others, layer by layer, nearly indelibly. I have to look that word up because I don't know what that means. Our self-images were created. In time, we ourselves joined in. We began to believe that what we were being told by others and what we were telling ourselves was true. No matter how innocently given or subtly implied, we began hearing the same words and thoughts repeatedly. Hundreds, even thousands of times we were told or told ourselves what we could not do, could not accomplish. Repetition is a convincing argument. Eventually, we believed what others told us and what we told ourselves most. We began to live out the picture of ourselves we had created in our minds. In time, we became what we most believed about ourselves, and in doing so, we created that wall of failure and self-doubt that for most of us will stand invisibly but powerfully between us in our unlimited future. Unlimited future. For as long as our old programming remains in force. Unless the programming we received is erased or replaced with different programming, it will stay with us permanently and affect and direct everything we do for the rest of our lives. Fortunately, that doesn't have to be the case. Are you guys still here? What could your future hold? Because of important breakthroughs, let me have a drink. Because of important breakthroughs in the field of neuroscience, we are no longer at the mercy of our old programs and old conditioning that were never true about us in the first place. We can begin to truly live up to the unlimited potential each of us was born with, because we now understand how to rewire the brain by taking control of the day-to-day verbal programming process. Think for a moment what you might do differently tomorrow if you were someone else, someone whose programming was different from yours. Or what you might do differently if you had been brought up with a completely different, more positive set of attitudes and beliefs and feelings from those that you have now. Attitudes and beliefs and feelings that, in every case, would assure you of having an abundance of self-belief, enthusiasm, and achievement. If you had just the right kind of successful new mental programs, would you be doing the same thing for a living that you are doing now? Would you be doing your job in exactly the same way? What about your personal life? Would you change anything? Improve anything? Would you have reached any more goals than you have reached already? Would you have more money in the bank or any more financial security than you have now? What about your day-to-day life? Would it be less frustrating and more rewarding? And with different preparation or conditioning, what could your future hold? Would it be the same as your future holds for you today? Or would it be better? What if each and every day from the time you were a small child, you had been given an extra helping of self-confidence, double the amount of determination, and twice the amount of belief in the outcome? Can you imagine what tasks you might accomplish more easily? What problems you would overcome, or what goals you could reach? After all, success ultimately is up to the individual. It isn't the pen, it's the writer. It isn't the road, it's the runner who counts. Whatever age you are now, however many successes or failures you've had along the way, what if you could now change that old mental programming? What if you could physically rewire your brain? And what if you could do it in such a way that you could affect and improve your attitudes and your behavior quickly? I'm not laughing at you guys, by the way. Noah's just laughing at me. I am reading to them, and I think it's an amazing thing, and it's so exciting, and I'm going to be doing it more and more. Not through years of difficult study or training, but easily and simply, anytime you chose to do so. That is exactly what the brain will do. We now know precisely how to change our old programming and how to replace it with specific word-to-word new programs. These new programs in time lead to better brain wiring, which in turn leads to happier and more successful lives for all of us. Our new understanding of the brain's neuroplasticity, its ability to rewire itself throughout our entire lifetime, is the understanding that can now help us make a vital change in the programming we accept from others and what we say when we talk to ourselves. And when you decide to apply that new understanding to your everyday life in a simple, dedicated way, the unfulfilled promise at the end of your success journey can, at last, be realized. And that's where we're going to leave off today. Are you guys hooked? I hope you're hooked. Because I think we'll read more. When will we read more? Maybe we'll read more on Thursday? Friday? I don't know. This book is amazing. Thank you for the inspiration. Oh, no, it's not me. It's the book, and I'm really excited to be reading out loud. This is really fun. You know, I don't think that a lot of people really take the time to work on self-development, maybe because people think it's weird, you know, like society says it's, you know, some society says it's like weird or like it's too, I don't know, whatever, you know, the outside thoughts of like worrying what other people will think. But I really love this book, and I want to continue reading it for you guys. So we have about 3 more minutes, and so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna switch the camera back this way. Yeah, a lot of people will say it's a waste of time because they think it's not gonna do anything, right? They're gonna say, what is the point of trying? Yeah, that thought process for sure. Okay, so we're gonna go to this chatting screen. Okay, and I'm gonna take this off the island so you can see the Instant Pot. We have about 2 minutes left. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the corned beef out and I'm gonna put it in. What am I gonna put it in? Let me just open up my All right, here we go. Okay, so I'm gonna kind of put the phone up from it because what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna vent the steam, which is gonna be fun to watch. So it's been about 20 minutes. Oh, it smells heavenly. Smells so good. Can you guys see the steam? Isn't it satisfying to watch? Oh, you're eating keto dark chocolate, Allison? Oh my gosh, Allison, are you eating keto? Here, I'll take this off. You guys can see the steaming. I just didn't want it to sputter. We're just gonna wait for all of that steam to release. Wish we had 4D capabilities, right, Sandra? Oh, you had just had tempura. It's okay. As long, I mean, you don't have to be keto. But the fact that you're eating keto dark chocolate is pretty cool because you're having less sugar. Right? Isn't it so satisfying? Okay. We're almost there, but we're waiting what we're looking for is this thing to drop down. I know I'm getting like a facial. Just kidding. You don't want your face to, your pores to have all that beef. I'm just gonna wait a little bit more until that steam is ready, but we are ready to open this. Are you ready? Are you ready to look? Is it close? Can you guys see it? Here. Dun, 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 dun. Ooh, look at that. Yummy, yummy. Fruit salad. Yummy, yummy. Yummy, 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 yummy. Fruit salad. Bye, Molly. Look at that corned beef. That is why I placed the trivet there. Do you see that? Because it was so easy to take out. And now, what we're gonna do, my friends, is put all our vegetables in here. The cabbage, all the cabbage. If you are eating low carb, this would be good with some carrots. And if you're eating regular, you would want to put some potatoes in here. The Wiggles. Oh my gosh, I love the Wiggles. Have you guys seen the new Wiggles now? Okay, so we put everything in. And what I'm gonna do is kind of stir that around a little bit. Make sure that everything is there. We're gonna add some flavor. Not boiled cabbage. I love boiled cabbage. Okay, so that's like that. And now what we're gonna do is, let me just double check. Sorry, I can't see the chat for a little bit. So I'm gonna cover this up. And we're gonna go to soup. Cancel. And a soup. We're gonna do 15 minutes. I think it's at high pressure. And we're gonna press start. There we go, it's on. All right, we're good. Now we're gonna wait for 15 minutes of this, or for this to pressurize, do 15 minutes, and then we're gonna quick release, and then I'm gonna end the stream. But before we do that, we're gonna chat for probably like 20 more minutes. It's probably gonna be like 25 minutes, and just like talk about that for those first two chapters, because I think that was a lot to what do you call this? I'm gonna put this in the oven really quick. Ooh, should we try it? I kind of want to try it. Mmm, that is so yummy. Okay, put that in the oven. I'm so glad I rinsed that off because it's a little salty. Okay. Now we're gonna go over here and talk. Oh, Moline, you don't like boiled cabbage? What? Okay, and now we're gonna just chat. I feel like I should stand. Look at this. I'm standing up and you guys can see the top of my head. What do you guys think? What do you guys think of that book? bring the lighting this way. You like broccoli. Not the broccoli. I said, what do you think of the book? You like the book? Or no? Oh my gosh, Molang, were you here the entire time? How long have I been live? Can somebody tell me? Not terrible. Oh, okay. Where are my skeptics at? Not that you're a skeptic, Holly. Do we have any self-development skeptics in here? It's interesting to see some of the numbers about how many times we hear the word no. I've never really thought about it. Yeah, isn't it crazy? I was actually, when I was reading that, I was thinking about how many times I said no to Henry today. And I was like, dang, that's a lot. Makes me reflect on what I tell myself and specifically what I accept from others. More than 2 hours? Wow. Okay, so we're almost done though. I might end it here actually and just post a picture of the finished product on my Facebook if you guys are invested in how it looks. But yeah, I really, here, I just realized. Let's go here. I want to say I really appreciate you guys being here as always for the past 2.5 hours and sharing this space with me, and having, you know, open ears to the things that we talk about. And I know this is, I know you guys want to chat sometimes, but I also really want to focus on being able to share about self-development and really taking the time to reflect and learn and become better, because I feel like there's always, you know, like you guys can spend, like for me, okay, personally, I love playing Animal Crossing and playing video games with you guys and talking about so many things, but knowing that you guys spend so much time with me sometimes, and not doing other things, I feel bad. I feel bad not because I'm like, I feel like I'm enabling you guys, you know, not that it's like I'm keeping you guys from really focusing on yourselves or really working on your goals, because I know you guys have willpower, and not willpower, but the choice to do it. But I also want to make sure that the message is being put out there. Like, I like to work on myself, and I hope that you guys too. And I think that it's so important to do that. So I don't know. Does that make sense? If it does, can you put a thumbs up in the comments? But yeah, like I said, thank you for sharing this space with me. Thank you guys for always coming and supporting me. And if you guys feel like you want to be Facebook friends and you have a Facebook, feel free to, you know, add me on Facebook. I probably am going to be doing, Peter, you were here the entire time? Stop. There's no way. What do you call this? Why is it every time that Peter, Charmaine, Shy, Richard hop on here, I just like clam up and I don't know. I don't remember what I was going to say. What was I going to say? Oh, okay. So tomorrow I'm probably going to be doing a keto kitchen. However, I'm not going to share it to YouTube. Probably not to YouTube. And because this is a whole set up, and I don't want to do this again. Like moving all my stuff from the office to here and then back to the office. But we shall see. Maybe I'll leave it all here. And then doing some Animal Crossing tomorrow too, playing Animal Crossing and playing with the update and working on the island. But yeah, thank you guys for hopping on. Thank you for tuning in, and I will see you guys tomorrow.